guys, today we are making a typical Ugandan dish, brown beans from scratch. Because I'm making it for a large family, this is 1 kilogram plus that 2 kilograms. We have the cooking oil 3 tablespoonfuls. We have chopped tomatoes, 2 tins of chopped tomatoes. We have 3 tablespoons of salt because it expands and don't worry, it's not too much. And then we have curry powder, 1 heaped tablespoon. Then we have 1 teaspoon of black pepper. We have got here 4 medium-sized onions. So if you don't want to cook too much, you're a small family, you can always half what I'm cooking here. So it's like 1 kilogram dry beans, 1 tin of tomato. You cut everything into half. 2 onions, but if you like a lot of onions in your food, put as many as you like. It doesn't really matter. So put according to your taste. So now we are going to start by opening up the packet. Use a large saucepan because it's going to expand. Okay. Now we are going to wash with cold water. The water is. We drain it off with fresh water.
It's kind of like when rice gets dirty, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. Like when you're washing rice, you have to make sure that you do a good job. You have to wash it at least about 3 times until the water runs clear. You can soak it for about 4 hours. Some people soak it overnight, but I feel that is too long. Beans cannot be left up for too long. This one tastes nicer. That's why I prefer to just cook it from the packet. Yeah, I think that's done now. And make sure you put a lot of water. You keep checking, make sure that it doesn't burn. And now one very important point. Once the beans start boiling and the water goes down, make sure you only add hot boiling water. Do not add cold water because it can actually make your beans hardened and it won't cook, it won't soften. So remember, always add hot boiling water. Okay, now we turn the fire on and just leave it to boil for the next 45 minutes. I leave it to boil 30 to 45 minutes. But you have to keep checking, making sure that you keep adding water when the water goes down. And then I will take you through the next step. As you can see, the bean has been boiling for the last 40 minutes and it has expanded. Some it has split, some a bit, shriveled. But now this is a very important stage. We are going to add sodium bicarbonate. Do not add too much, about 1/4 of a teaspoon. And you can see, so be careful, make sure that you use a large enough saucepan. And you can see it's boiling up, so you have to reduce the fire. Otherwise, it's going to boil over. Turn it down completely. The bubble can settle down. Increase the fire a bit later. You can see the color has changed a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. So now we're going to leave it to boil again for the next 15 minutes. And then while it is boiling, we are going to prepare the sauce. Because you don't want the bean to boil for too long, it's going to get too soft and mushy. So Yeah, we leave it for now, and then I'm going to prepare the sauce now. Okay, so before I start making the sauce, I'm just going to quickly wash my hands. It's important to always wash your hands every time. So we cut up the onion. This is just medium. If you have large onions, you don't necessarily have to use 4. You can use 3. If you're using just 1 kilogram of beans, use 2 medium size. As I mentioned before already. But as I said also, some people love a lot of onions in their food. I'm just going to put the pan with the oil to heat up, and then I can start frying.
The beans are continuing to boil on full heat.
And you can't cover the saucepan once you add the sodium bicarbonate, because it will boil over. Okay, now we're going to add our oil. As I told you, you might add hot boiling water. When the water is going down like that, just keep adding a bit of water to cover, because otherwise the top will not cook. And make sure you turn it as well. Check to make sure that it's not sticking at the bottom of the pan. You can see now it's very close now. Nearly cooked, but it's still hot. Come on now. It's golden brown now. So we add curry powder. When you add curry powder, make sure your tomato is ready when you add your curry powder, because it can get brown and it becomes yellow. You won't like it, it will ruin your food. Make sure that you are ready with your tomatoes so that you can add it immediately. So now we're going to bring the fire up and leave it to cook for 10 to 15 minutes. And then at that time, our beans will be ready. Add our black pepper as well. Never add salt before the beans soften, because just like cold water, if you add salt too early, it can harden the beans as well. So those are the things you need to keep in mind. Actually, can you see? It's done. You see? So it's soft and it's ready for salt now. You have to add according to taste. Don't just put it in out. Some people don't like too much salt in their food. And actually it's not good to put too much salt anyway. 5 more minutes. Tomato sauce is done. Thick and nice. So after 5 minutes, we're going to add it in there. Today we are just going to eat our beans with plain boiled rice. You just put the amount you need. Basmati rice, that's enough for us. We're just going to wash with cold water and put it to boil. The thing with washing rice, you also have to wash until the water runs clear. You don't know where the rice has been from, so at least you do your best. Wash it clean. So we're just going to actually just pour. Yeah, add the tomato sauce in there. Then gently fold it in. Now after adding the tomato sauce like this, just boil it for another 4 or 5 minutes. That's it. Put it. In fact, you can even eat it now like this. Can you see? It's looking lovely. Yeah. But to make the sauce really sink in nicely, leave it for 5 minutes. That's it. Now this is gone messy, but it's alright. So guys, this is the moment of truth. See, our bean is done. It smells amazing. Guys, you can see the rice is done as well. Looking fluffy and good. This meal, you can even roast chicken. You can even make, cabbage. But today we are just having rice and beans. So I'm going to serve it. Give it a taste. Yum. The good thing about this, guys, you can even eat these beans with bread, with sweet potatoes. You can have it with yam if you want. You can use whatever you've got. Very soft and lovely. When you cook a lot of it like that, you can always just pack them away in the freezer for another day. That's it, guys. Ugandan brown beans cooked from scratch. And the bean is actually called Roscoco beans. So if you go in the supermarket, either Tesco, Morrison, or any Asian shop, you should be able to find them. Tasty and lovely. Try it. You will not be disappointed. So guys, we are just going now. What I normally do, after everybody have eaten, I pack away the remaining beans that is left in the saucepan, because you can't leave it outside. You need to pack it away. Put some in the fridge, and some you can put in the freezer. So what I normally do, I just put the 2 big containers in the fridge, because I know people will still want to eat it maybe tomorrow or the day after. But the small containers, I use them for packing the food away in the freezer. You don't have to put too much. It really helps, on days when you're feeling lazy, you don't feel like cooking. You can always just turn to the freezer and take your ready-made beans, defrost it, and heat it up. So this is what I do all the time. That's why I cook a lot. I don't like coming to the kitchen every day. Some days you need to take a rest. So this is your way of giving yourself a rest. So, you can pack according to the number of people in the house. Sometimes some people don't really want to eat it again. Others may eat it twice or even 3 times. It doesn't matter. Try this recipe at home. Give me a comment. Let me know how it goes. And if you have any question, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, leave comments, subscribe, share the video with others.